name is Nur Shamira. This is Farah. This is Fatin, Ira, and Niza. So we are from University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. We are here to do an interview with you. This is for our assignment. So before we start, first of all, could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Iziana. I'm 33 years old. I'm from Ampang. I used to study in Bukit Bintang Girls' School, and then I went on to study abroad in biomedical science. I graduated in biomedical science, but then after that I worked in an investment company for about 2 years. And then after that I realized that I didn't want to do investments, so I went on to do insurance with an insurance company. So I was an underwriter with an insurance company for about 4.5 years, and then I moved to a different company and I worked there for about 2 years before I quit the corporate world. So while I was doing the corporate world, I also did sort of like my hobby, but also I did it as a part-time job after working hours. My sister and I created an online website selling cakes and brownies online. So I did that for about 4 years, and then I stopped doing that completely because I got pregnant. So after I had the baby, I decided that I wanted to do some other kind of business, and that's when I took up the franchise opportunity to do Boost Juice Bars in KL Gateway.
Okay, next question is, what is your biggest achievement in your life?
I guess my biggest achievement in my life would be setting up my own business, taking up the franchise opportunity to do Boost Juice Bars at KL Gateway. It was a big risk because I just had my baby at that time, and setting up the business required a lot of capital, so I took up all my savings. I borrowed money from my dad, from my husband, to do the business. And Alhamdulillah, so far it's been going well. It's been slightly more than a year I've been running this business, and at first it wasn't doing very well, but as time goes by, the sales improved, and right now we're making a bit of profit, so that's good. So I guess that's my biggest achievement, running my own business.
Okay, for the next question is, who is your inspiration or idol and why?
My inspiration or idol, I would have to say, would be my parents. My dad, he has great work ethics. He taught us from young to work hard. If you want to be successful, you have to do the work, no shortcuts. And then my mom, she's such a great multitasker. She took care of all four of us, 4 children, sending us to school, sending us to tuitions, other co-curriculum activities, and then making sure that the house is in order, making meals for us, dinner, breakfast, lunch, just a great housewife. So they really helped me to be who I am today. And of course my husband, because he's such a great cheerleader. When I wanted to do the business, when I wanted to do the business, he was really supportive, and he really pushed me to do it. And also now that I'm doing the business, he also helps me to do the accounting side of it, because he's an accountant. So he helps to do the accounts of the business. So my parents, the rest of my family, and definitely my husband and his family also, they've been great support for me when I decided to do this business.
Okay, for the next question, I want to ask, do you have any failures that you have experienced in life?
I wouldn't call them failures. I'll just maybe call them challenges that I faced, because when I was pregnant, it was a difficult pregnancy. I couldn't really move very much. So at that time, I was doing my online baking business. So when you're baking, it's very physical work. You have to like bend down to get all your bowls to mix all the cakes. So it was very physical, heavy lifting work, so I couldn't really do it because I was pregnant and it was quite a high risk pregnancy. So then I had to quit my online baking business and just did nothing for a year. So while I was pregnant, I didn't do anything, and then so that was a challenge. It was a big challenge for me because I want to do something. I studied so hard. My parents have invested so much to make me who I am, and then I'm not doing anything. So I felt like I'm not being very useful. So after I had my baby, that's when I decided to do something about it, figure out what I wanted to do that suits my lifestyle at that time. Having a baby, and then what can I do while I'm having a baby and trying to be a good wife and having a baby at the same time. So what can I do to suit that lifestyle for me? So that was a challenge for me.
Okay, so how did you overcome the failures to achieve the success?
I guess during that time, I took some time off. I started to think, what did I like to do? So I figured that I want to run a business. I know I wanted to run a business, but what kind of business? There's so many things that you can do right now. So I decided, because I had the background of doing baking and I like food, so do something that has to do with food. But then I didn't have much knowledge on doing retail business on food and beverage. So I decided to take up a franchise, because franchising offers the opportunity to train you. Someone else will train you so that you will have the knowledge to run a business. So I decided to do Boost Juice Bar because, one, I like the drink. Second, they didn't offer food, so you didn't have to cook, so it wasn't very complicated. You just have to prepare the drink, so it's quite easy in that sense. So that's how I overcome. I just took the time off, figured out what I wanted to do, what suits my lifestyle at that point of time, and just do it.
Okay, Miss, last but not least, what are your goals, and do you have any advice for us to be prominent persons like you?
My goals would have to be to run a successful business, and of course, if there is opportunity, I would want to open more outlets. That would be my goal. Advice to all of you would be, work hard. No shortcuts. That's what my dad told me. And also, if you're passionate about something, take the risk. Think about it. Think about all the pros and cons, and then take the risk and do it. If you stumble along the way, take it as your lesson in life or lesson in the business that you're doing, and just continue on pushing for what you want.
Okay, that's all from us. Okay, Miss, thank you for spending your time with us, and
Thank you.